So there is basically always news floating around of Final Fantasy VII Remake, which, is one of the most requested Final Fantasy remakes that the fans want, and of course, as I, a Final Fantasy fan, would like to see Final Fantasy VII Remake. And with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One out, both of those consoles I think are designed like they are easy to develop games for. So I guess this era of consoles is the most likely to have a Final Fantasy VII remake, but I think the creator of Final Fantasy VII, or basically the team that's currently working on Final Fantasy games, is a bit afraid, or they don't really have, I guess, the right mindset to start a big project like this, which of course makes sense since Final Fantasy VII is a huge game, with many features, many magics, many animations, and all of those animations would have had to be remade in HD, and of course all of the cities had to be remade and put up to scale, basically, like in Oblivion or Dragon Quest, that you don't really have an overworld. You just basically everything is just a giant, basically a huge world. Well, I would just put that you could change the camera to overhead for just to feel like you are playing an older RPG, but still, there is so much that they would have to need to make, and there is a high chance that they wouldn't have enough profit for, or even with all the fans, if they would, I guess if all the fans would buy the games, they would make the profit, but they would have to release basically for all the next gen consoles, even Wii U, because why not? But I guess the main question is, what are your thoughts? Do you think that this console generation is going to have a Final Fantasy VII remake finally, or is Square Enix going to tease us until the end of time with a Final Fantasy VII remake? So yeah, just leave your thoughts below on that in the comment section, and what you would want to see in a Final Fantasy VII remake.